Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday. And Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Miami. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Robinson on the wing. He's joined by Butler. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4-man position. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Sliding in at the wing spot, it's Ivy and Hardaway Jr. And it's Cunningham in at the points. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now here is Hardaway. Cunningham right side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Ivy against Robinson. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Yeah, that's a shot that Cunningham is very comfortable with. No problem with the mid-range.
Highsmith the pass to Butler. Here's Highsmith. Nice move. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep.
Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Cunningham's shot. Hero with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Robinson against Ivy. Pass to Duran. Out to Harris. And here is Hardaway. Clock at 4. Ivy on the wing. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Harris. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's averaging 14 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Well, he's found his groove. He isn't forcing anything, and he's making the most of his chances.
Now, here's Rozier. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him. And a chance here to look at the numbers for Cade Cunningham. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with.
Running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. Now here's Butler. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
Pass to Ivy. And there's the drive. It's hauled in by the Heat. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Ivy with the bucket.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
And at this point, Tyler Herro's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Herro's an outstanding offensive player.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Harris. Malik Beasley comes in for Jaden Ivey. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. Now, here's Duren. Scoreless thus far. Here's Sasser. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Cade Cunningham.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with it.
Hardaway's checked in for Detroit. Love's checked in for the Heat. Tyler Herro comes in for Jimmy Butler.
And how about the crafty handles there from Rozier? Had the D falling all over themselves.
Hardaway against Herro. To the paint. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duren had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duren knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots. Shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
And he can't get the first one. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
And Miami making a change here. Jovic is checked in. Stand for 4 seasons.
Hard-working people that really value hard-working teams. And if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Duren with the screen on Rozier. Beasley finds Duren.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Heat out front. They lead by 1.
Really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. The guard set is Rozier and Herro. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the 4 and stolen by Love. In transit. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Very versatile player. Herro spaces the floor. He can drive. He can pass. And he's a sneaky good rebounder as well.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
And it's Love with the ball for the Miami Heat. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Jaquez outside. Pass to Hero. Over Hardaway. Hero, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, where was the defense? You can't let a big man like Stewart get this.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So for the Pistons, Tobias Harris is checked in for Holland, and it's Cunningham in for Hardaway. Then for the Heat, Adebayo is checked in for Love. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Jaime Jaquez. Butler with the ball. Beasley covering. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Heat lead by 2.
Well, that's exactly what Adebayo's out there to do off the ball. Work the glass and get his team second chance opportunities.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. But I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat. Rozier the pass to Adebayo. Robinson kicks to Butler. Outside Rozier. No good on the 3.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And it's Beasley in the corner. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. Cunningham. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
Steps back. Here's Butler. Butler with the bucket down low.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. A different look here for Detroit. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Thompson. And Ivy subbed in for Beasley. And Miami with a change here, too. Highsmith is checked in. Cunningham. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Butler finds Robinson. Back to Butler. 5 to shoot. Hero from long range. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. The Pistons trail it. With the drive and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Here's Butler. 11 points last game. Some solid defense from Harris. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Heat lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to happen differently on defense in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity. And we just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Spo, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
come.
They haven't played well on the road, and they're going to be on the road for a while. This is a huge test for their mentals. Do they rise to the challenge, or do they wilt under the pressure of these hostile environments?
Talking Pistons now. Close game so far for them.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And that usually leads to a high field goal percentage, and that's exactly what's happened here. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. And it's Hardaway in at the three. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. It's tipped. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Duren. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Duren's got his second basket of the night.
Well, this is where Duren looks to score, and it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Nifty move. The shot by Adebayo, no good. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
He gets that one.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in turn.
In transition, here comes Miami. Hero finds Adebayo. It's good. And the Heat lead by 2.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. Number 1, Jimmy Butler.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that efficiently on the perimeter, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the floor.
Look, he has this no one can stop me attitude, and that's what helps make him such a prolific scorer.
As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Harris, right side. And he banks in the layup.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Wasted no time on that one. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Harris dishes to Ivy. Harris outside. Back to Ivy. Pass to Duren. Over Adebayo. The offensive rebound. Duren, no good. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Miami Heat. The lead is 2, and he gets it to go.
And it looks like they left a defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Cunningham, and it's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Terry Rozier.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Holland, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Malik Beasley comes in for Jaden Ivey. And it's Williams in for Cunningham. A different look here for Detroit. Stewart comes in for Tobias Harris. And Moore subbed in for Williams. In transition, here comes Miami. Highsmith's shot is good.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons had just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Duran finds Beasley. Rozier with the steal. That's tipped. Hero passes to Highsmith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Ron Holland.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Love check in for the Heat. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Jimmy Butler. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jaquez against Thompson to stop the drought. Stewart passes to McCoy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ring shot on the way. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And so it's the Miami Heat, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got Adebayo. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Rozier in at the 1. Beasley in the post. Robinson on him. No good from Beasley. The Heat leading by 9. On the wing, Thompson. From deep.
Come on.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Now Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Jaquez with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. And the basket by Rozier. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Outside Rozier. Over Sasser. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's Holland. Beasley outside. And again, Detroit turns it over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Then for the Heat, Highsmith is checked in. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Jaime Jaquez. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Butler. Over Hardaway. It's Butler that time on the assist from Hero.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Pistons trail by 10. Duran with a screen on Hero. Lets it go from 11. Second chance effort. And Duran finishes inside.
Plays like that make the coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Butler is good at creating contact because he is so assertive offensively.
The free throw drops for Butler. And so Butler nails both of them. Time running out for the Pistons. Hardaway kicks to Ivy. Duran with a screen on Robinson. Ivy passes to Cunningham. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yep, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
Tries the spin move. Hero, that's a two-pointer. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
All the officials are all over that one.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And he is unable to get the second one. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Ivy finds Duran. Back to Ivy. Just 5 on the clock. Cunningham for 3. It's hauled in by Hero.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Harris misses. The Heat leading by 9. Robinson passes to Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Miami.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge.
The Heat missing. Denial. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And so it's Miami winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy, you have not been shy about setting the bar high for this team defensively. Now, how do you think you did at that end tonight?
We did our thing tonight. We came out, put bodies on guys. Basketball is a game of runs, and they got some great scores, but in the end, we did what we were supposed to do.
You got the last run, and that's what matters. Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Quiz stand.